Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of the Maryland Living Podcast. This is Megan Burke, and I'm with John Reynolds and Pete Fettig.
Well, hey, Megan.
Hello.
What's up, Megan? What's up, Pete?
Hey.
I don't know, but daylight savings time is killing me.
It's harshing our mellow.
So are we in savings time or standard time now?
I don't
It's all
even
BS
know.
time. We're not farmers. Who cares?
I don't know what
Let's
it-
just
like-
stop.
I remember being younger and it was no big deal. I don't know if it's because I'm older.
Maybe.
But that 1 hour, man, I'm
It's just
still
stupid.
off.
I
It
can't
is
sleep
stupid.
at night. I can't wake up in the morning.
know.
It's like a whole thing.
And I'm just
The days long are great, but what's it really changed?
I'm just
it doesn't.
I'm
because
just annoyed
we're
by
just tired now.
everything.
Me too.
Shut up.
This is starting out real well already.
We need to end this crap.
No, we've
It's
got
nonsensical.
We've got a great last minute podcast plan for our listeners. Unfortunately, our special guest had to call out sick today.
Yeah.
She
Definitely
has
under the weather.
Yeah, she has the flu. So we will look forward to having her join us in an upcoming episode.
Yeah. So now everyone gets to listen to us just talk.
Just mumble on.
And you know what? They're lucky.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my mom loves it. So.
Yeah, my mom is still trying to figure out what a podcast is.
Oh.
My kids like it. My daughters
Yeah.
seem to. So that's
Yeah.
good.
I know,
My mom listened once, too. There's our 3 listeners right there.
There you go. There you go.
Well, we have planned a good podcast today. We're going to talk a little bit about some fun day trips in Maryland. And we're going to talk a little bit about real estate and kind of what's going on in the market right now.
Yeah, things seem to be, I don't want to say going nuts, but things seem to be shifting a bit in the market. We know that inventory in the county that we're in, which is Anne Arundel County, we know that inventory is up 5% just in the last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then across the region, inventory is up 6%. We're still in a very strong seller's market, but just having any additional inventory
Yeah.
hit the market.
It's huge.
It is huge. One of the bigger indicators here is that mortgage applications, people applying for mortgage loans, just in the last month, that's up 9%.
That's amazing.
Which
That's
is
huge.
tremendous.
Yeah.
So it's like, typically the spring market, and Pete and I have tracked this over the years, the spring market usually starts like early January.
Second or third week.
That didn't happen this year.
Yeah.
Right now feels like the beginning of
It
the
does.
spring market.
Yeah, we're all busy. The whole team is busy.
Absolutely, which is good.
great.
We're not
Yeah.
complaining. It's just, I think that there are some outside factors, things happening with the federal government, things happening locally that maybe have made certain buyers and sellers unsure about things.
Yeah.
There's a big driver we haven't discussed.
Which one's that?
6.7% 30-year interest rates.
That's true.
They've come down
They have come down.
somewhat significantly.
Well, and I think that's
That's what all that's
why
about.
we're seeing. Yeah, I think that's certainly the jump in mortgage applications.
But
I
that's
think
without the Fed movement. So at least we're
Yeah.
seeing some positive movement there, which is
Yeah.
big for the industry.
Yeah, and I think once the dust settles with, the changes in the federal government, because the dust will settle
Yeah.
one way or the other.
We keep telling everybody 6 months on that.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a healthy real estate year.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
we have no choice but to ride it out, right? And
Exactly.
see what happens. But, there has to be a factor in place, too, where all of these people that have been holding on to their properties with these low rates, eventually they're going to want
Things
to
are gonna
move.
change.
And so
Yeah.
I think that's a piece of it, too.
I think the inventory component is going to help push some of them.
Yeah, I think people
You
are
have to have
starting to
options.
realize we're not getting back to
Right.
2% interest rates.
We'll never see 2.65 or we're not going to see below 4% probably in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And I think buyers and sellers, the sellers that are sitting on those, or the prospective sellers that are sitting on those interest rates, I think they're finally getting the message.
Yeah.
That, nope, it's not going to happen. And,
Yeah.
and life happens, and people need to sell their homes. They need to
Yeah.
move. People need to buy houses. So
Right.
I think we're going to ride out the year firmly, still in a seller's market. I think right now we've got 1.9 months of inventory in the area, which is
Yeah, that's an increase.
Yeah, but it's still a seller's market.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see more activity, and I think it'll be healthy.
Do you want to talk about what, how many weeks of inventory there would be for a balanced market?
Well, balanced market is usually between like 4 to 6 months.
Right.
And a balanced market is really, I don't know. I'm not a big believer in a balanced market. If you think of a market as a pendulum, you have the buyer's market on one side and the pendulum swings to the seller's market on the other side. And then that area in between, that's the balanced market. So it's like a temporary thing.
Okay.
Those
and market
bell curves don't exist in real life.
Right, right.
There's always change. Always
exactly.
movement.
And the market always shifts. It's always going back and forth. What's been interesting about this one is that it's been a seller's market for so long.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue, I think, to be a seller's market.
And as long as houses are priced correctly and they're ready for the market.
Yeah.
And that pent up demand just keeps moving them right off the market.
Exactly.
So even if we see more of an influx of inventory, they're getting gobbled up.
Yeah, but if the pace at which new listings are entering the market meets or exceeds that pent up demand, then we're golden.
We get inventory.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah, I know. I have a couple houses hitting the market next week. You guys have a bunch on the market now, and lots of interest, lots of buyers out there looking and getting excited and creating competition, which is exactly what you want. So.
Yeah, like I said, it really feels like what we expect to feel 3 months or 2 months ago in early January. We're finally feeling the ramp up of the spring market now.
It's exciting.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good year.
Well, we've got some exciting day trips that I wanted to talk about today. I know, Pete, you're going on a trip coming up here very soon.
Next weekend, Deep Creek Lake.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Yeah, that's exciting. That is definitely a trip that a lot of people take, especially in our area. It's a great way to kind of like be in the mountains and be, with
there's year-round
nature.
Fun. The lake in the warmer months. You've got skiing. You've got hiking year-round. There's just so many things to do there.
You'll have to give us a report.
We're going to do some more exploring than we have in the past. So I'll have some more information to share.
That'll be fun. A big trip that I take every summer with my kids is we go to Moncton, which is something I actually discovered about 3 years ago.
It's beautiful up there.
It is beautiful, and it really kind of gets you away from like the hustle and bustle of the city, and there's so much to do. But there's a Moncton bike shop, and you can rent inner tubes there, and you can hike through the woods to up Gunpowder River.
I love that.
Me too. And there's two different floats that you can do: the short float and the long float. The short one's 1.5 hours, and the long float's 2.5 hours. I've done the short float a couple of times with the kids and just friends, and it's just so fun.
Nice.
You want to grab yourself an extra inner tube for the cooler.
Yes, okay.
Throw a couple cold beers in there, and then you've really got yourself a trip.
I get a little freaked out about snakes, but otherwise it's a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
They usually don't eat people.
Generally, no, but they freak me out.
Takes a big anaconda for that.
That's true. We don't have many of those here.
No. And then another fun day trip is Pretty Boy Dam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a damn pretty boy.
Gosh.
Sorry, your drink inspired that.
Oh, that was good.
Pretty Boy Dam was built in 1932, and it was actually named after a settler's horse that drowned in... Thank you for the sound effects, Pete. Who drowned in a nearby creek, which is crazy. But actually, the dam provides 61% of drinking water to the Baltimore area.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool. But it's in Hampstead.
Was that before or after that horse died in the creek?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I believe it was after. But
okay.
It's a little over 7,000 acres, and there's tons of walking trails, and you can do paddle boarding and bird watching and actually horseback riding.
Very nice.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Speaking of water supply, this has nothing to do with Maryland, but I heard on the news this morning that the state of Utah is the first state to ban fluoride from their drinking water.
Oh, yeah. That's big,
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, so you'll be able to tell all the people from Utah by their banged up teeth.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's a toothpaste.
I know.
Yeah.
And they're saying that the levels that we receive it in many cases through our water supply is higher than it should be.
Yeah.
And there, apparently there are some health consequences to that.
I'm glad people are starting to realize that now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the reservoir would be a great day trip. And then, I know it's not in Maryland, but we love going to Mount Vernon, which is George Washington's house in Virginia.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great day trip. Ocean City. That could be a good day trip.
That's definitely
a
day trip.
Yeah.
One of the great things about where we live is you can do a day trip to Ocean City, Maryland. You can do a day trip to Mount Vernon, Virginia. You can do a day trip to Philadelphia or to New York City.
Maybe not all in the same day.
Not in the same day. Or a day trip down to Richmond.
Yeah.
Or to Deep Creek.
Yeah.
or to
That's a long enough hike you want to do a stay over. But,
ideally. But you could
do it.
You could go see a site, come back.
Yeah.
You could absolutely. Yep.
I have not spent a ton of time in Ocean City. I think I want to go this year. I've been a few times, but I haven't done a ton there. But Ocean's Calling is coming up.
That's the big. Is that the music festival?
The 3-day music
got some
festival.
bangers,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Who's? Do we know who's headlining?
There's a ton of different ones. So if I go, the person I want to see is Noah Kahn. He's like I'm kind of obsessed with him right now. So he's going to be
I knew
there.
that was, I think.
He's like a newish kind of singer songwriter, kind of
I've probably heard.
Americana-ish.
Yeah,
He's got a nice voice.
Kind of a little folk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of obsessed with him.
Say
but
that again.
folk?
That's not what you said.
You had a little
She's starting to sound like
I've been
American.
spending too much time with you guys.
I know.
So Green Day, Fall Out Boy, Weezer,
It's like the old HF festival.
I know.
stuff.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz,
Oh, yeah.
Good Charlotte,
Okay.
Yeah.
They're local.
Train. I saw Train actually on the what?
I keep going.
No, we have to stop because I don't
I-
know if we can continue to work together
I
anymore.
have feelings about train.
You do?
Yeah. I'm
My
not.
wife takes a train.
I'm not a big train fan.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I saw Train on the lawn of the White House on
Really?
the 4th of July. It was amazing.
So
So they do free. Yeah, I guess they're not very good if you do free.
It was actually for service members, Pete. But
Oh,
okay.
that's nice.
I,
so charity. Okay, that's different.
I will give Train some props. I saw them on some special for Aerosmith, like celebrating the band Aerosmith, some anniversary. I don't know, 80th anniversary or something. And Aerosmith's big song back in the day was "Dream On," and
Yeah.
Train
Oh, yeah.
did a cover of "Dream On."
Okay.
and it was a slam dunk. It was
Okay.
really good. Other than that, though,
Gosh, I'm just shocked.
no,
I had
it's
no
okay.
idea anyone could
We-
hate Train.
we can.
but
I don't hate
Well,
Train.
maybe there's also good music there too that she didn't list because some of that's really good.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well, I'm just listing my favorites, but there's also Black Crows, Nelly, or am I saying or OAR?
OAR.
Okay,
That's a banger. I've seen them a lot.
Cake, Live,
they're
The
Pennsylvania.
Fray,
Is good.
Collective
live?
Soul.
Did you say live?
Yeah, am I saying it wrong?
Is it like live?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, live was a huge band. Like
Spin Doctors. You like the
I
Spin
like
Doctors,
OAR
right?
out of all those.
I like
so
live
far.
if it's the original live.
Okay,
Yeah,
Bumpin' Uglies,
it's my old high school nickname.
Vance Joy. Who doesn't like Vance Joy?
Have to know who that is.
Really? Oh. Some of these I don't. Marcy Playground.
Marcy's
did the-
Playground, I think.
I smell sex and candy.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
that was
This,
a
we
classic.
just changed the rating of our podcast, by
Because
the way.
I said sex.
And
Okay, don't-
candy. It's a little pervy, John.
Yeah, sorry.
My kids listen to this podcast, but not this one.
Yeah,
This one's obscene.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Where's his Fresh Prince at? Wait.
He's slapping somebody.
Slapping somebody.
Burning Spear. Never heard of him. Blind Melon.
yeah, heard
Anyway.
Burning Spear might be like a reggae.
Ziggy Marley.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. See,
yeah.
there you go. Yeah, it probably
Ziggy's
is
good.
that.
Who's the number one person you'd want to see? Natasha
say-
Bedingfield. That's
I'd say OAR, but I've seen them so many times. But I love them live.
I think they're kind of idiots, but I really like Green Day.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yeah. There's some good ones here.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Letters
Throwback.
to Cleo.
Huh.
Yeah. So there's some good
So
things
when is
here.
that?
It is September 26th through the 28th.
All right, so
That's a
our
lot,
listeners
2
have
days.
time to plan.
Yeah, and their tickets are on sale. So
Nice.
yeah,
Very good.
that'll be
and
fun.
it's down at the inlet. Is that where they're doing it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
down the ocean.
Down the ocean. Huh?
Yeah. So anyway, those are a couple good
Fun day trip plans.
yeah, just day trip. Oh, St. Michael's, that's always a
St.
good
Michael's
day
is
trip.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep, this
Hit
time
up the
of year.
winery and
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's
Some
good.
great food.
Our coworker Olga was talking about. I'm probably going to butcher the name. Is it Ledoux?
The Dew Topiary Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Where's that?
It's in Moncton. Near
Yeah, it's like
Moncton.
North Baltimore County.
Yeah. It's actually one of the top 10 topiary gardens in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
did butcher that. It's
Yeah,
topiary.
it's topiary.
Okay.
That's all right,
Just- It's the time change. But it's 22
know.
acres of gardens. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So
Like, and they're manicured and it's just really, really pretty. up there.
yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
You guys doing anything fun this weekend?
My wife and I are going to hear our son's band play at
Yeah.
Ram's Head tomorrow.
you want to give them a little shout out?
Mallow Hill tomorrow night at Ram's Head in Annapolis.
Awesome.
Yeah, good. Sounds fun. What about you, Pete?
Probably working on cleaning out the garage still. Yeah, hopefully, because since we'll be away next weekend, I got to start getting crap out of the yard. Yeah.
I'm busy with real estate. That's going to be my weekend. My son
Got
is
some of that for sure, but
baseball season's starting up, so we've got he's doing travel baseball, so we're going to be hitting our first game tomorrow. And
where's this one?
Actually, I'm not sure. I think it's in Annapolis.
Okay, that's not too bad.
There's going to be a lot of traveling this year because he's going to Cooperstown.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
That's such an experience.
I don't know. It's quite the event, and I don't think I can. My mind can quite capture the entire thing. But other families have told us how amazing it is.
Save now, they get you.
Yeah, I've heard you can't even really bring water in, or but it should be fun.
Hotels and all that. It's just it's a big event, but
he's excited. So we're fundraising, and all that fun stuff for the team. Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's an experience of a lifetime. He's going to get a lot out of it.
I hope so. I heard the Baseball Hall of Fame is there, so we'll definitely be hitting that up. Have you been before?
No, but I've seen, like I said, a lot of my friends who have kids have done the whole adventure. So I've seen a lot of pictures, and I haven't been though.
Yeah,
should be fun.
Yeah.
We're excited. So.
I was a different kind of baller.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Wow.
Just facts, folks.
No, I'm keeping that in there. Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
What
else we got?
Yeah, no, I think that's it.
Didn't you shared with us as we were coming into the studio interesting piece of news that we've talked about before.
Yes, something big is happening in Maryland news today. Adnan Syed. Yeah, he they had a big
we've talked
update
about
today.
Adnan Syed before.
Yeah, so he was resentenced today, and they ruled that he should not serve any more prison time for the murder conviction of
essentially time served.
Hey Min Lee, his girlfriend, his high school girlfriend.
Right.
She was, as many people know. I mean, it's a big story in our area, but she was found dead in Baltimore's Leakin Park in '99.
We've talked about. Yep.
Yep. He's on probation. He will be on probation. So,
and from what I understand, he's working and attending Georgetown University in DC. So he's allowed to go. He's allowed to essentially cross state lines for that. This doesn't overturn his first degree murder conviction and other charges, but it does let him. It lets him out.
Yeah. Which is it's just
really
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really just kind of like the end of a very long story. I mean, this has been going on for so long.
Well, it was a really compelling story, and I think as Pete mentioned, the Serial podcast kind of brought it to light. And then HBO did the documentary about it, and the fact that it's just so local to us.
Yeah, it's a big story.
Makes it interesting.
Yeah, it is. I actually want to go back and listen to that podcast because I think that was kind of around the time that podcasts were taking off.
It put a lot of It put podcasts on the map for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That specific show did. I mean, it really kind of created everything that we're doing with podcasts now and made podcasts like such a major medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very broad reaching. I mean, it hits us because we're all local to all the events, especially.
Do you ever see the SNL skit where they do the takeoff on the Serial podcast?
No.
But it's about Santa Claus?
Stop. No, I haven't seen that.
I'll throw the link to that in the show
You should.
notes.
Okay.
It's sometimes SNL just is perfect.
Yeah.
And this is they just capture the tone and just everything of the podcast, and it's funny as heck. So
do you notice that we do that a lot? Something will happen in one of our lives, and then we relate it back to an SNL skit. It's all so relatable.
Oh yeah, I mean SNL's been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hits and misses, but the hits can be huge hits.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I stopped watching it for a little while, but then
I think we all kind of do for a while.
Yeah.
We record it and we watch it Sunday morning. And then that way, if it's a dumb skit, you just fast forward. But we have to keep up.
I mean, some of the political ones they have going right now are hilarious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't miss those. But well, thank you so much for everyone's time today. I think we hope that you've enjoyed the topics that we've discussed.
That's a wrap.
It's been very enjoyable.
We really pulled this one together at the last minute, didn't we?
Shoestrings and bootstraps.
No kidding. Yeah, but you know what? It's okay. And we look forward to having our podcast guest very soon.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
we've got some other great guests coming. But
so Pete, Megan, have a good weekend.
You as well, John.
Bye.
Thank you.
'cause you know how I get around.